In this example, we're working with tables. I've created it already. We're going to do a few things. We click inside the table here. If you look at the ruler, you see these little boxes. You can pull them in, so that way you have things better aligned. If you want to center text in a column, you could highlight with the down arrow. Centered. You want the numbers right aligned, you can right click, and then you could also go on the home tab, right align. It's aligned here, it's too narrow here, pull it in, but let's say you want some breathing room at the end here. You could highlight these three cells here. You got that little right margin thing here? Right indent, pull it in a bit. See how it's breathing a little bit better. Okay? If I'm getting that red line there, which is unintentional, but I want to talk about it. It's doing a review thing. If I go on the review here, for some reason it's tracking changes. And then I could just say, go into here, accept, 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 accept. So I just shut that off. So that way I won't get that red line. Sometimes people click on that. Next thing here, you can format the style of a table. You're in the table here. There's two tabs here, layout and design. With layout here, you could go into a table style here, and it has a lot of styles. You could click on one, see how it looks. Click on another one, see how it looks here. Another one. As I said, be decisive if you're doing a report. So let's say I have that, okay? Other thing you can do, I have the paragraph markers on, which you all know, that P there. Let's leave it on just for a few minutes, okay? Let's say I want to have a total here. I don't recommend it. You could actually go into Excel, create this, copy and paste it in here. But I want a total here. I click on the layout tab here. Formula. And it has sum above. You could do a lot of things here, but it references by letters like column C. And then you could just say, okay. But let's say I want the commas in there. And it shows different ones there. Don't click on the dollar sign because we're looking at quantities. Say okay. So you've got that there. However, it's what's the word? Has decimal points and I don't want them. So I could say edit field. I don't want to do that. I highlight this. Again, you have to be careful when you're doing this. Right click in here. I could just go in here, delete it, and I'll just say, if I hit the backspace key here, you got to be careful. It wants it, I'll just say cancel. I'll just hit the delete key. The backspace key works a little bit differently. So be careful. So I could do the formula again. Formula, sum above. It's got that there. That is the one I want. And now what I do here, say OK. I just hit the backspace key here. And then what I want to do here, I want this to be aligned to the right. I would click on the home, click on the right align. It's going over here. The number here is over there. All you have to do is use the format painter, click inside this cell here, and everything is aligning. Next thing, you can do a lot of things with the design here. With the borders, the shading and stuff here. I did a custom style here, but I can highlight these things here. I just dragged over here shading, and let's say I want to make it orange. I did that. Now let's say I want to put in a thicker border around there of a different color here. You can go into the pen color, and let's say I'm going to use this butterscotch, and then I can make it thicker if I want to, 2 1/4 point, and then I can click and drag across or in each cell. You got to get it right on the thing. It is, I'll be honest, it's a pain. But you do it, and then I get that one over there. Now I have to be careful because if I do something like that over here, I don't want that. I could undo, but I got that pen. I did an undo. To get rid of that pen, hit the escape key. So, and if I want to bold something, I can go there, made it bold. I could type in the word total. And let's say I want the formatting in this cell to match here. I could go into the shading here, make it black. So that way, I've got everything in there. Let's say the boss decides he wants the table, or she wants the table centered. You go to the Layout tab, you go into Properties, and you just say Center. Say OK. That's all it is. Let's say they want this row a little bit higher. I could go in here, again, the Properties, and then I'm in the row. And then I could specify the height. I could make it like half, let's say 7, I'll make it an inch, okay? And I did that there. I say, okay, it's now an inch. Let's say I want the text highlight centered in here. I just highlight right over it. And then you've got these little icons here on the Layout tab, Align Center. And then, as I said, when you have this color here, you can't see what you're doing, but you've got that. Or if you want to get all the text highlighted in one cell here, I click in here. Left click here, it's highlighted. And then I could go home. And then I can make the font bigger. So you have the text wrapping in there. So this is everything with the table.